Imagine this. You're face to face with a woman who has you completely mesmerized. Now what if you had the power to say just a few words, simple but deeply impactful, that would leave her thinking about you long after the conversation is over? Sounds like a dream, right? But here's the cold, hard truth. Most guys fail miserably at this. Why? Because they don't understand what women really crave deep down. Women won't come out and say it, but they're hungry for compliments that go beyond surface-level stuff, compliments that hit them on a deeper level. And that's where the real power lies. When you nail this skill, it's not just about impressing her, it's about building a connection that's so strong, it rewires how she sees you. Hey, I'm James, and today, we're diving into a truth that most guys don't want to hear, but really need to. The way you compliment a woman says everything about you. It's not about throwing out empty flattery or using cliches. This is about the long game, building something real. And here's where Stoicism comes in. Welcome to Stoic Monarch. In today's video, we're diving deep into the top 3 forbidden compliments that make women not just notice you, but adore you. These are compliments that go beyond the ordinary and speak directly to her heart, creating a magnetic, irresistible attraction. Stick around to learn how the Stoic philosophy can make your words more powerful than you've ever imagined. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on transformative content like this. Let's reach 1,000 likes on this video and unlock the secrets of attraction. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." In the same way, the success of your relationships depends on the quality of your words. Compliments that come from genuine insight and understanding are rare in today's world of shallow interactions. They show strength, wisdom, and control, traits that any high-value man should have. In this video, I'm gonna break down 3 game-changing compliments that hit way deeper than any "you're beautiful" could. Compliments that don't just make her feel special, but also position you as the kind of guy she can't stop thinking about. So here's the deal. If you've ever felt like just another guy in a sea of mediocrity, I'm gonna show you how to flip the script. These aren't pickup lines. They're tools for forging real connections. Whether she's already into you or hasn't even noticed you yet, these tricks will make you stand out as the guy she's been waiting for. But remember, compliments aren't about seeking validation or proving your worth. They're about showing it. A man of value doesn't beg for attention. He commands it through presence, intelligence, and action. So if you're ready to level up, grab a seat and let's get started. What not to do. The rules of the game are about to change. Before we dive in, take a moment to subscribe if you're ready to change how you handle relationships using the power of Stoicism. Every video is a step toward mastering your mindset and building stronger, more meaningful connections. Let's cut to the chase. Most guys have no clue how to compliment a woman the right way. They think it's all about saying something sweet or tossing out a generic, "you're beautiful," and hoping it works. Let me tell you right now, amateur hour. A real compliment isn't just about the words. It's about making her feel something real, something unforgettable. When done right, a compliment is like planting a thought in her mind, one that keeps replaying long after you're gone. It's the kind of thought that makes her wonder, why does this guy feel different? Why can't I stop thinking about him? But here's the brutal truth. Most guys won't get this right, because they either overdo it, underdo it, or worse, they make it all about themselves. Now before we get to the magic formula, let's talk about what not to do. Trust me, this is where most guys trip up. Ever see a guy blowing up a woman's social media with heart emojis, or telling her, "Wow, you're so pretty" for the millionth time? Guess what? She's not impressed. She's rolling her eyes, putting you in the same category as every other guy who thinks flattery equals attraction. Here's the kicker: if all you're complimenting is her looks, you've already lost the game. Sure, telling her she's beautiful might make her smile, but it doesn't make you stand out. Women have heard it all before. What they haven't heard enough of are compliments that actually matter. Let me break it down for you. A real compliment goes beyond surface-level stuff. It's not just about what you see, it's about what you notice. And that's where the power lies. For example, if she changes her hairstyle or adds something subtle to her look, and you say, "That color really suits you," it brings out something unique. You're not just complimenting her appearance. You're telling her, "I see you, I notice the little things most guys overlook." But here's where it gets even better. If you want to stand out as a high-value man, you need to go deeper. Complimenting her mind or her character is where the real magic happens. You see, women aren't just drawn to men who make them feel beautiful. They're drawn to men who make them feel understood. Think about it. How often do you think someone tells her, "I really admire how calm and collected you are under pressure"? Or, "I love how disciplined you are. It's inspiring"? Almost never. And when you're the guy who says it, you become unforgettable. Why? Because you're not feeding her ego, you're speaking to her soul. Now, let's bring in a little Stoic wisdom, because believe it or not, Stoicism is a game changer in relationships. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Dwell on the beauty of life." The same principle applies here. Dwell on the beauty of her character, her values, her essence. Compliments like this show that you're not just another guy chasing her attention. You're someone who understands her worth, someone who sees beyond the surface. And trust me, that's rare. 1. The way you stay calm under pressure is something I really admire. Alright, let me break this down for you, man. This compliment is like a hidden weapon in your arsenal. It's not about her looks, her smile, or anything surface level. It's about hitting her in a place most men never think to aim, her inner strength. Think about it. Women deal with challenges all the time, whether it's juggling work, family, or just the pressures of life. Complimenting her ability to stay composed and resilient under pressure is like saying, "I see the depth in you that most people miss." Here's the truth. Women don't just want to feel pretty, they want to feel valuable. When you tell her you admire her emotional resilience, you're validating something she's proud of, but rarely gets recognized for. Society often praises women for being nurturing or beautiful, but how often does someone stop and say, "Damn, the way you handle stress is inspiring"? That's why this lands. It's unexpected, it's genuine, and it shows you notice her in a way most men don't. Now, here's where Stoicism ties in. Staying calm under pressure. That's Stoicism 101. Controlling your emotions, mastering your reactions, and keeping a level head no matter what. By complimenting this quality in her, you're showing that you respect a virtue that Stoics believe defines strength of character. She'll see that you value qualities that go deeper than surface-level charm, and that makes you stand out. When to use this compliment? Timing is everything, brother. You don't just drop this out of nowhere, it has to feel earned. Here are a few practical scenarios where this compliment will hit hard. After she handles a stressful situation, maybe she's had a rough day at work, but still managed to stay composed. Tell her, "I really admire how calm you stayed through all of that. Most people would have crumbled, but you handled it like a boss." When she's supporting someone else, if she's being the rock for her friends, family, or even you during a tough time, say something like, "You're incredible at this, too." Appreciate her passions. Let's cut to the chase. If you want to make a real impact, you need to go beyond shallow compliments about her looks. Sure, telling her she's beautiful is nice, but it's not enough to stand out. You have to tap into something deeper, something that few men even bother with. You need to recognize and appreciate her passions. When you show genuine interest in what makes her tick, whether it's her career or hobby or side projects, you're telling her, "I see you, I value who you are beyond the surface." Most guys overlook this, but when you acknowledge her ambitions, you're making a statement that few men dare to make. You respect her for more than just her appearance. Here's the harsh truth. Most men are too focused on a woman's looks to ever notice what drives her. But women are more than eye candy. They have dreams, goals, and passions. And when you take the time to recognize that, you set yourself apart. Compliment her on her dedication, something like, "I admire how dedicated you are to what you do," or, "The way you talk about your passion is inspiring." That tells her you're paying attention to what matters. But here's where most men go wrong. They think compliments are just about boosting her ego. It's not just about that. It's about showing her that you care about the things that drive her, the stuff that gets her out of bed every day. This is where Stoicism comes in. One of the Stoic virtues is living in alignment with your purpose and values. A Stoic isn't distracted by the trivial, they focus on what matters. When you acknowledge her passions, you're free. Celebrate her progress and wins. Too many men think just giving compliments is enough. But if you want to make a lasting impression, you need to recognize something deeper, her progress and hard work. People are quick to notice when things go wrong, but few take the time to celebrate when things go right. If you want to be different, recognize her hustle and effort, not just the results. Women, like anyone, want to be recognized for their dedication and growth, not just their looks. They want to feel valued for the work they put into their goals. When you notice her progress, whether it's in her career, a passion project, or personal growth, don't just sit back. Acknowledge the effort. Compliments like, "I'm so impressed by how hard you're working," or, "It's inspiring to see how much progress you've made," show you respect the process, not just the end result. This deeper recognition goes beyond admiring her looks. It shows you see the person she's becoming. Celebrate when she has a breakthrough or pushes through setbacks. Recognize the effort behind her success. If she faces a challenge, say, "It's inspiring to see how much progress you've made despite that setback." Praise her resilience. When you notice her constant effort, say, "I see how much effort you've been putting in. It's impressive to watch someone so committed to their growth." Timing is important. Don't just throw praise for every little achievement, but celebrate milestones that really matter. When she achieves something significant, say something like, "I'm so impressed by your hard work. It's amazing to see your commitment paying off." Being specific makes your praise more meaningful. Instead of saying something generic like, "I'm proud of you," point out a specific achievement. For example, "I remember when you started this project, and seeing how much you've grown since then is honestly inspiring." By celebrating her progress, you're showing respect for her effort and dedication. You're building a real connection based on admiration for her character, which is way more powerful than just superficial compliments. This kind of bond, rooted in respect and mutual admiration for growth, lasts much longer. If you learn something new today, don't just sit there. Smash that like button, and subscribe for more timeless wisdom and game-changing insights. But before you go, I want to hear from you. Which one of these forbidden compliments made you think, "I've been doing this all wrong"? Drop a comment below with, "I get it now," and let's dive deeper into this together. Catch you in the next video where we break down more ways to master relationships through Stoic philosophy.